We're gonna read Whose Vehicle Is This? Whose Vehicle Is This? By Sharon Katz Cooper and illustrated by Amy Bailey. Whose vehicle is this? Whose vehicle is this?
I see your name.
Mm-hmm.
Ms.Dimitra.
Yes.
I see your name.
Yes.
Where? We missed it.
Yes.
We missed it.
Start your engine and guess whose vehicle is whose. Have you ever flown in an airplane high in the sky? Have you been on a boat splashing through water? People use vehicles to get from one place to another. There are many kinds of vehicles. Some are slow and some are fast. Some are loud and some are quiet. Many people use special vehicles to help them do their jobs. Can you guess whose vehicle is whose?
There's no picture.
No. Let's see. Whose vehicle is this? Carrying lots of children. So it's telling us whose vehicle is this? Carrying lots of children. Raise it. Yes. A school bus. How do we know it's a school bus? Because it's yellow. Yes, because the school bus is yellow. Yes. And because it's carrying lots of children. So let's say if this is a school bus. Let's see. This is a school bus driver's vehicle. The bus stops to pick up or drop off children. A bus driver must be very careful to make sure the passengers get on and off the bus safely. So look, this is a school bus. So look, the driver put the stop sign on to make sure that all the other vehicles stop. So that so that the children can get on and off the bus. So this is why, look, we see it has a stop sign right here. The bus has a stop sign. And look, there's a girl getting on the bus. Yes. Yeah. Whose vehicle is this? Chugging down a track. So whose vehicle is this? Chugging down a track. Yes. A train? Yes. A train has. How do we know it's a train? Yes. How do we know? Oh, yes, because you see tracks, so you think, oh, this must be a train. Yes. You have tracks? Yes. Oh, because you see tracks and you see boxes, so it must be a train. Let's see. This is an engineer's locomotive. An engineer drives a locomotive. The locomotive pushes or pulls the train down the tracks. Fun fact, the first trains chugged slower than walking speed in the early 1800s. Now trains can zoom up to 185 miles per hour. Yeah. Look, so this is an engineer's locomotive. So this is an engineer's locomotive, and we said the engineer drives a locomotive. The locomotive pushes or pulls the trains down the track. So the locomotive So the locomotive pushes the train down the track. So this is a train. And the very first trains were very slow. The very first trains were very, very slow. Whose vehicle is this rushing toward flames and smoke? So this is a fire truck. How do we know? Raise a hand. Yes. Oh, because it's red and a fire truck is red. Uh-huh.
Because it has the wheel and it saves all the people from the fire.
Uh-huh. So it must be a fire truck. Let's see. This is a firefighter's engine. A firefighter needs to reach a fire quickly. So a firefighter needs to reach a fire quickly so no one will get hurt. Fire engines have flashing lights. So fire engines have flashing lights and loud sirens. Yes. Those lights help everyone see the fire engine quickly and move out of the way. Fun fact. Fire engines carry ladders to reach the high floors in buildings. They carry hoses for water. They also carry first aid equipment. So this is a fire truck. So the fire truck, we said, the fire truck needs to reach fire quickly so no one will get hurt. So the fire engine has flashing lights and loud sirens. And these lights help everyone see the fire engine quickly and move out of the way.
I know.
Yes.
And then because it's an emergency.
Yes, so because it's an emergency, everyone has to move out of the way. Yes.
We have flags, so because it's a fire.
Yes. And everyone has to move out of the way. And a fire engine has the ladder, it has the sirens, it has the hoses, so it could help distinguish the fire. Whose vehicle is this flying fast through the clouds and sky? So let's see. How do we know this is an airplane?
Because I know.
Yes.
I know your airplane where you want to go. And let's go to the airport.
Yeah, it goes to an airport, but how do we know this is an airplane? Oh, it has engines. It has the engines and the wings. You see the engine and the wing.
Mommy,
Yes. Yes. This is a pilot's airplane. Airplanes travel very fast. A pilot must know his airplane well. He has to push many buttons, turn dials, and use the computer system when flying the plane. Fun fact, some planes can carry as many as 700 people at one time. Yep, so some planes can carry up to 700 people at one time. And the airplane travels very, very fast. And the pilot must press many different buttons. Whose vehicle is this making circles in wavy water? Which vehicle is this?
I think a
A boat?
boat.
How do we know it's a boat?
Because I see fishies.
You see fishes?
Yes. And a net.
And a net?
I know it's a boatfish.
Uh-huh.
Ms.Dimitra.
Yes.
Does it have nets?
Oh, because it has a net, yes.
I think it's a fish boat.
Uh-huh, let's see.
Ms.Dimitra.
Yes.
That white one is cool.
This is a fisherman's boat. A fisherman catches fish and sells them to markets. Those markets sell them to you. Fishermen need boats that are sturdy and strong. Their boats carry long nets and buckets for fish. Fun fact, many fishermen boats have refrigeration systems to keep the fish they catch fresh. This allows the fishermen to stay out at sea for several weeks at a time. So look, it's a fisherman's boat. So look, the fisherman catches fish with a net and sells to the market and sells them to us. So fishermen need boats, nets, and boats that are very strong and sturdy. And their boats carry long nets and buckets for the fish. So they carry long nets and buckets for the fish. And some of these boats have refrigerators so they could keep the fish nice and cool. So look, the fish. So they put the nets in the water, and then the fish go to the net, and then they bring the net up. Whose vehicle is this making lots of stops and drops? So whose vehicle is this making lots of stops and drops? How do we know it's a mailman? You see some lines? Because you see the lines? Let's see. This is a mail carrier's truck. A mail carrier arrives at the post office early in the morning. Her truck is loaded and ready to go. She drives her truck from street to street. She delivers mail to every home. Fun fact, most vehicles in the United States have the steering wheel on the left, while mail trucks have steering wheel on the right. So look, this is the mail truck. So the mail carrier arrives at the post office early in the morning to get the mail, and then drives from street to street to deliver mail to every home. Yes, and the fun fact is that all the cars here have the steering wheel on the left, but a mail truck has the steering wheel on the right, on the opposite side.
I think next is a rocket.
Whose vehicle is this? Blasting between stars. It's a rocket ship? How do we know it's a rocket ship?
We see fire.
Oh, because we see fire and space.
I see fire and space engine.
We see fire and space.
They have wings.
This is an astronaut spaceship. An astronaut explores space. Before she goes, she exercises and takes classes to prepare for flying. A spaceship is built with special parts so it can fly into space and return to Earth safely. The moon is about 250,000 miles from Earth. Even though a spaceship travels very fast, it still takes about 3 days to reach the moon. So this is a spaceship, and it travels very fast, and it's made out of special material so it could go into space. And the astronaut has to practice before they go into space. Whose vehicle is this riding down the road? So whose vehicle is this? How do we know? Oh, because we see pedals? Oh, because we see pedals? So let's see which vehicle is this? Driving down the road, let's see. Let's see.
What's the fun fact?
Let's see.
What's the fun fact?
Yes, this is your vehicle. It's your bicycle. People have been riding bicycles since the 1800s. In many countries, there are more bicycles than cars. How often do you ride your bike? Fun fact, bicycles are a popular form of transportation. Bikes outnumber cars 2-1 in the world. So, yeah, that's a fun fact. So it's telling us that in many countries there are many more bicycles. There are many more bicycles. So in many countries there are many more bicycles than cars. There's more bicycles than cars.
Actually, there's one bazooka car.
So look, he's pedaling his bicycle down the street. The end.